There's so much drama going on right now.
Girl, she not ready to have her.
Hey, what is up all my social distancing friends? It's Dustin and I'm back with a very impromptu video. I did not plan on making a video today. However, Jeffree Star has made a statement about a few different things that are cycling around social media about him, and I figured I would bring you guys all the tea. But before we jump into that, I would like to give a shout out to today's sponsor, Adam and Eve. As you guys know, they have been exceptionally well to me, as well as you guys. And right now, if you go over to adamandeve.com and use code Dustin, you'll get 50% off one item, as well as free shipping to the US and Canada. Some exclusions do apply. As always, keep in mind with Adam and Eve, you do get 24/7 customer support, 90-day hassle-free returns, and 20% of their profit goes to fight the spread of HIV and AIDS, so that's an amazing cause. Also, if you're so inclined, if you would like to share the things that you guys purchase with me, it's really interesting to see the things that you purchase using this code that Adam and Eve have provided for us. Hit me up on Instagram or Twitter. But with all of that said, let's jump into this video. If you're not aware, there's been numerous different things floating around about Jeffree, old pictures that he had taken with friends, as well as some other very disturbing pictures, as well as an alleged makeup company that he is saying was a splash page for a live journal. We'll get into all of that, as well as everything that happened with Cam Lester. So let's start with the Twitter statement that Jeffree posted today at 2:19 p.m. Jeffree went on to say, "Hey everyone, over the last week, old photos and screenshots of old website splash pages from 2004 to 2006 have resurfaced, and I'd like to address them. When I was 17, I stupidly referred to anyone who was obsessed with makeup as a lipstick. It was offensive, derogatory, and for shock value. It does not reflect who I am today or what I stand for or have ever stood for. It was a slang term when I was young used by TV shows like Seinfeld, who had characters named the Soup named after a crazy cook. That's not an excuse, just giving context. The word itself is disgusting, and I will always be deeply sorry to anyone who had to see that, and will continue to be sorry for all the dumb, vile shit I've said in my past. I want to clear up the misconception that I ever had a makeup company before Jeffree Star Cosmetics. This is 100% false, and a rumor started to smear my name. The website that some are claiming I made never happened or existed. For a few days, I launched a splash page with a very graphic photo of me in. It said coming soon and was intended to be the URL for my livejournal.com profile. If you're too young to know what that is, it was a photo sharing site where I was a member. I ended up never using it, and that same week dissolved the URL and tried to erase the horrible images of me from the internet. Also, I've seen a very old photo of me standing next to someone who has a Confederate flag on in a diner that was in Visalia, California. I was asked to be in that photo for shock value because I was gay, and obviously not what the flag represents. I was mocking the flag, but now see how ugly and wrong it is to be next to it. Should I have told them no to the photo? Absolutely. But I made the stupid decision to stand there, and I'm sorry for my actions. I will always agree with canceling the Jeffree 10 to 15 years ago. That person is long gone. But I'm also extremely proud of owning an inclusive makeup brand where I celebrate all races and genders. I won't let my past overshadow who I am today, and will always use my platform to spread awareness and only show inclusivity. I want to apologize and say I'm sorry again to everyone who I offended with my past actions. I will always be sorry. I'm asking anyone who has reposted or shared the image of me myself to please stop. I let someone photograph me when I was really young, and I regret doing extreme things for what I considered art at the time, and seeing it every morning when I turn on my phone has been really triggering and hard to process. Was something I was addicted to as a teenager and has always haunted me. I hope as human beings anyone can see why seeing these pictures over and over isn't healthy. Thank you for reading this." Jeffree then went on to an Instagram story where he explained this even further. I'll insert that here for context, and then I'll be back with my commentary.
Hey everyone, good morning. I hope everyone is doing amazing out there. I wanted to come on here and address a lot of things that I've been seeing this past week. It has been a lot of craziness. So I want to come on here and first of all talk about one main thing that I've been seeing all over is the repost of a old screenshot from a splash page of a website that I never started. A splash page meaning it is a coming soon page for something in 2004. Yes, 2004 and 2006. I'm nervous laughing because those were horrible fucking times for me. And being very young and stupid, I took some very graphic photos of myself doing self-mutilation and myself. Now at 34, they are being posted all over the internet for people to judge. But the main concern here is a screenshot. And past me, we can address the photos in a minute. I want to talk about something and a very dumb decision I made when I was very young. So I created a URL called lipstick .com. Now, back then in the early 2000s, it was a slang term. Like on the show Seinfeld, someone was a soup Nazi if you were a crazy cook. I used to work at the Mac counter. If you were someone that would follow customers around in the store, you were called a door Nazi. The term is wrong, it's derogatory, it's vile, it's disgusting, and I should have never used it. No excuses ever. But I want to let you know the context of that, and it was a slang term that I used, that lipstick Nazi was like people who were obsessed with makeup. Horrible decision. It was very wrong of me. And for anyone who has seen that, I am deeply sorry. I'm disgusted with myself, and I should have never used that word ever. So there was a splash page for a website that never happened. It was a URL for my LiveJournal. Now, if you're older, you know what LiveJournal was. It was a site where you would post pictures of yourself or little captions and memes. Like Tumblr really is what it was, but LiveJournal was the early stages of what social media would become. And it was very narcissistic, and I was gonna just have the website just be a bunch of fucking crazy pictures of me. So the term lipstick Nazi is disgusting, and I just want people to know, looking at me, it's wrong, and I should have never used it. But for anyone to try to create a smear campaign saying that that was a makeup brand is completely false. And I get what, you know, a few of you out there are trying to do, but no, I never created a makeup company. Obviously, there was no products. There was literally nothing but a dumb splash page, which I will forever be sorry for creating. Now, when I launched that single page, that same week, it really did not sit well with me even back then. I dissolved the site. I never launched it, and it was literally nothing. I think what is very concerning is people resharing the image. I know a lot of you have blurred it out. I know a lot of you have seen a blurred out version. Thank you, Jesus Lord. But me bleeding and cutting with a razor, someone who has suffered with self-harm and issues like that for a very long time, it's been horrible. It's been horrible to wake up every morning, click an app, and turn on my phone and see pictures of me. It's been very triggering. Awful. I get that it came from a very shocking place for people to see that photo with the text. It's horrible. I regret it all. But if you are watching this, or anyone who sees this later, please stop resharing that image. It is so awful for me to replay that over and over and over. Context of me in that photo, sitting down on that chair with the I was 17, 18 years old. Yeah, I think freshly turned 18. I had just moved to LA. And I met someone who had a little art museum, and I thought it was so cool, and I wanted to be a part of the art world. And she was a photographer, and she took some very graphic photos of me doing installation. She didn't tell me to stop. I'm not saying she encouraged it, but it was, you know, don't go too deep, and we did it, and we did a photo shoot. And it's haunting. It's horrible. It's disgusting. So if you're sharing it, please stop. I just want to say to anyone watching this that I will always forever be sorry for all the dumb shit that I've said in my past, all the horrible things I've done, and all the stupid actions and decisions back then. They're uncalled for, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry to anyone who had to see those images, those words. It's completely wrong. I do want to say that I am very proud that Jeffree Star right now owns a very successive, inclusive makeup brand that caters to all races, genders, sexes, and anyone in between. That's what I'm proud of. And I understand that if you are someone that hasn't seen things from my past, it can be very shocking. It's horrible. I fucking hate it myself. But just know I'm not going to let that deter my goal and why I was put on this earth. I understand that my past is fucking awful, but Jeffree Star right now is all about change, and that's what I will forever be doing.
Here's my issue with all this. While I think it's great that Jeffree Star is finally addressing all of this because it's been floating around the internet for so long, I really do want to believe him, and part of me actually does. The other part of my brain is screaming at me like, why sit here and believe what he has to say when there's also alleged voice memos that were sent to Cameron Lester being so incredibly mean?
Girl, how much did you smoke today? I told you to grow out your facial hair, and I checked on you after your breakup. is actually the last thing me and you spoke about. That is the most craziest, manipulative, most insane thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I know you're upset. Your boyfriend left you. He stopped loving you. Your roommate moved out. You attacked Fenty. They didn't respond, and now people are coming for you for supporting me. So you trying to flip the script and make up a bunch of lies and make me the devil is so boring. Girl. By the way, cute goatee. Come back to earth.
To him, when he was at a very low point in his life, talking things about his relationship and talking about how his boyfriend didn't love him anymore. But then Jeffree sits here and he talks about his mental health. I truly do not understand that. So is it that Jeffree holds his mental health to a higher standard than everybody else? I truly just don't understand. After everything that happened with Tab, as well as Trisha Paytas on that faithful trip to Vegas, Trisha did come out and say that she and Jeffree are still friends and that they're fine. I had also mentioned that in my last video, but Jeffree replied the following to some people questioning him about this. None of you actually care about me as a human or my mental health. This is entertainment to you, and it's sad. No, you tried to degrade me with your rude comment. Doesn't sound like checking in on her. Sounds like believing a rumor and then being mean to me by using my friend's name. Not good for anyone's mental health. As you guys know, I think mental health is very important. I've really been going through it the past month and a half myself. 2020 has been quite a bitch to all of us, but if you're gonna sit here and scream mental health when people call you out on your shit, you should at least be a little bit considerate toward the people that you're confronting about a situation that you yourself have put another person in. I don't want to come off as bashing Jeffree or like I'm joining some kind of bandwagon. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in patterns, and the pattern I'm seeing here I do not like. But you guys, please let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I know that this was a pretty lengthy video given that I had to show you the receipts, but I hope you guys all have the most amazing day ever, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.